Hello, friends. It's time for our small group activity, and we're going to learn how to tally. All right, friends. So our small group activity objective is use numbers, concepts, and operations and counts, and we're going to use tally. So when you want to keep track of information, for example, how many people like chocolate ice cream, okay? You make these little marks on the board here. And it looks like this. So when you're counting each person, let me erase this. So each person, you would make a tally mark for each answer that you get. Okay? So let's do an example. So how many want to grow carrots? Okay? So let's say 6 people raise their hands. So we're going to make 6 tally marks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You always do the 5th tally mark in a diagonal, okay? And that will help you count because you can count them by 5. So we'll go over that in a minute, okay? So we're gonna write here carrots. And I'm gonna write the number 6 because we have 6 people. All right, let's pretend we want to ask how many people want to grow strawberries. So over here, I'm going to write the word strawberries. And let's pretend that we have 8 people that want to grow strawberries. So we're going to make our tally marks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here comes that 5th one. 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to write the number 8. All right. So you can see, let's do one more. And we're going to put flowers. So how many people want to grow a flower garden? So I'm going to write flower garden. Okay. Let's say 5 people want to grow a flower garden. So we're going to do our 5 tally marks. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that diagonal makes 5. So we're going to write 5. Okay, so as you can see, this is a way to keep track of who wanted to grow carrots, who wanted to grow strawberries, and who wanted to grow a flower garden. So now you can kind of see, you can compare them. Well, which one had the most votes or the most people wanted to grow which one? Would it be carrots, strawberries, or flower garden? Which number? We're going to look at the numbers here. So which is the biggest number? Yeah. So we have number 8 as the largest number. So the most people wanted to grow strawberries. Okay, then the next biggest number would be 6. So that would be the carrots. And then the flower garden had the least number of people that wanted to grow a flower garden. You could also tally this up. So you could add the numbers. And you get so this is a way to see if everybody voted. So say you had 22 kids in your class, you can see that not everybody voted. Okay, just a way. So that. Now, when you're starting off, you want to ask a question that is a yes or no answer. So we're going to write here yes, and we're going to draw a line, and we're going to say no. So if you're just starting out with tallies, this is a good way. So you could say, do you want to grow carrots? And then each time a person votes a yes or no, you put a tally mark. Okay? And that's all you have to do for the beginning. Then you can encourage a child to tally more than one item at a time. So for example, if you wanted to count the number of balls that we have in the classroom, and then how many are outside, you would tally up, you would make 2 columns again, or if you're just trying to find a total, then you could just write it in one space, but you tally up how many balls are inside, and then you go outside and tally how many are outside. Okay? Then you want to have them count and summarize the tally sheet, kind of like we did here. So you want them to count the tally marks and write the numbers and summarize. You can say, which one had the most, which one had the least, that kind of thing. Okay. You could do multiple surveys. So for example, you could ask maybe your neighbors. If you're doing like a little survey, you can do it within your family, and then maybe ask some of your neighbors. So, or other family, like extended family members or something. You could ask, and then just keep track of it on a piece of paper, like we did here. Okay. And then finally, like I said, we're going to talk about the highest level. They would be able to recognize that this equals the number 5. That this equals the number 5. So then they would learn to count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay. So it just makes it quicker instead of counting by 1 all the way to 20. If they learn to count by 5s, they can get to 20 a lot faster. Okay. So in kindergarten, they do need to learn how to count by 5s and 10s. So this is a good place to start with the tally marks, is counting by 5s. And I believe they only have to go up to 20, so it's not too bad. So 5. So I like to teach my kids to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. You know what I mean? So if you're only counting to 20, it's really easy. 5, 10, 15, 20. There you go. Okay. But you can go higher if your child is more advanced or is grasping the concept quickly. So you can do that really fast. Okay. Questions to guide your observation. So if you do this activity, report back to your teacher. Sorry about the squeaky chair. Did the child count the tally marks on the paper, and to what number? So were they able to do that one-to-one correspondence, or even count by 5s? Because, if there's 5 on the tally marks. How did the child grasp and manipulate the pencil? So again, how are they holding that pencil? How long was the child able to attend to the experience? So what, their attention span, were they able to attend to it for a little bit? And how did the child gather the information to be tallied? So did they ask questions? Did they ask the questions? Or did you have to do the talking for the child? Which, if they're really young, that may be the case, and that's fine. but encourage them to, ask the questions, and that teaches them, okay, I'm getting information, I'm asking a question, and I'm going to document the response on the paper. Okay? So that is all I have today for today's small group activity. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button below, and I will see you on the next